Hello and welcome, or welcome back. I've already got a Saturn retrograde reading that's loading right now, and I've decided to go ahead and read the energies for the Cancer new moon. It's coming up July 5th of 2024. Of course, if you want to use this as a timeless reading, go ahead, but I'm going to go ahead and just take a moment and tell you where all of the planetary energies are at the time of the new moon on the 5th of July. We've got the sun is moving towards the 14th degree of Cancer, and so the moon, although it begins the day right about 1 degree of Cancer at the time of the new moon, about 6:57, 7 o'clock Eastern time, we have the moon catching up to the sun for the new moon. We've got the nodes right around 11 degrees of Aries and Libra, and Mercury is on just past the 4th degree of Leo, bringing a very radiant urge to get out, maybe see, be seen, take a little extra care of our appearance, or, some people will be more assertive or even aggressive when out and about as we have Mercury moving through the area of Leo. And so this can hit us in a different way depending on how our Leo portion of our chart is aspected. And also, this can be a time where people are more emotional than normal. And I say that because even though Leo is, sometimes we talk about how much people are in their ego with that, Leo rules the heart space. You would think that it would be a Venus ruled sign, but Venus is a bit different. So anyways, Leo rules the heart. We've got Venus at just about 22 degrees of Cancer, so in the same sign as the new moon, makes Venus kind of also hits that Leo urge to be seen and thought well of and respected and regarded. We all want to be taken care of and supported and well regarded at this time. That's how it gets kind of caught up in the ego. And with Venus in Cancer, it lends more of our awareness to the way that we feel when people act a certain way. And so we can really find that the inner child is speaking very clearly to us. And those of us that can transmute or channel any type of aggression or sparks of inspiration into some type of creative endeavor will find a lot of rewards coming through. We've got Mars at about just shy of the 19th degree of Taurus. So Mars, still finishing up the Taurus aspect, is asking us to take inventory of how our body feels, especially when engaging in different activities. If you've been working in a physical field, or if you've been spending long hours doing something, does your body hold any type of discomfort or dis-ease, or do you have any type of anomalies coming up, such as like indigestion or heartburn, or even heart palpitations, or stuffy head, fever, headache, achy joints, achy back? I know I've got something that is coming up for me in my back. I'm going to probably have to adjust that umbrella if it moves too far, so I'll just pause it if I do. But yeah, feeling into the body and making an inventory again of what that means, about what it's going to take to adjust your the use of your energy, time, and effort so that you feel good. So the body has a lot of wisdom in Taurus. Then we have Jupiter right past the 9th degree of Gemini. So an abundant urge to communicate or um, to engage with information, research, or being curious, wanting to get out and socialize more than we would normally, for many. Saturn, again, retrograde at just past the 19th degree, but applying to the 19th degree as it's appearing to go backwards in Pisces. So Pisces retrograde is also important. It talks about the perspectives and the ability to liberate yourself, or your perhaps even a predisposed nature to sacrifice the self, to have more compassion than for others and for doing for others, rather than or at the expense of having our full self-care. Like when we're already drained and we've already committed to something, do we go and push beyond our limits? Sometimes, once in a while, that can be beneficial when we show ourselves that we can accomplish something, a great endeavor for a great payoff or reward. However, we're also being told, again, with the Mars aspect, that we really need to be careful, because the body is very much the earth element that is, it's tethered to limitation because of the earthly realm. The mind can be willing, the spirit can be willing, but the body has its limitations. And it's part of the lessons and growth of being able to reschedule, to readjust, to flow with the needs of the moment, and always taking special care of the sacred temple, because you only get one body. You can regenerate, but that's going to take a lot of rest and self-care, and this is where we're learning where that limitation lies, where that border lies, and how to gracefully decline or gracefully readjust, and so on. So we've got Uranus at 20, almost the 26th degree of Taurus. So it's going to stay in Taurus for quite a while, because that's one of the outer planets. And so Uranus is shaking up the comfort zone. It's asking us to step out of our comfort zone, to go out and do things that would have previously been either not allowed, not engaged in, and to change our ideas that hold us back or restrict us from taking part in the things that really hold gifts, benefits, and can unlock our greater potential. So shake things up if you need to, even if it's just your image with those Leo energies, shaking up the way that you are or are not comfortable speaking with others, or making sure to take the time to listen to others. If you're always doing the talking, maybe start to think about ways that you can question other individuals. Oh, that's really interesting. How did that make you feel? Or did that change the way that you saw such and such? Instead of like, oh yeah, I've had a time like that too, and blah, blah, blah about myself, yourself. Those can be great practices to get a deeper connectivity with other individuals, and to learn more by practicing some type of silence or curiosity with our friends and neighbors. It helps the Leo energy be very heart-based and connected. Neptune is right before the 30th degree of Pisces, and Neptune has also just turned retrograde, which really flavors this new moon too, because Neptune is the higher aspect of Venus, transpersonal love, and it rules Pisces, where Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. And so there's a lot of this watery energy here coming into play, and that will probably come out in the reading today. We've got Pluto still retrograde, hovering in the very first degree and some change of Aquarius, trying its hardest to bring in the Aquarian age, but still needs to do a little work in Capricorn later this year before coming back to the Aquarian portion of the cosmos for the next 26, 27 so years. And then we've got the asteroids, which we won't cover too much. Ceres is in Capricorn retrograde, Pallas retrograde in Scorpio. We've got Juno in Virgo, Vesta in Leo, and then we've got Chiron in late Aries. So a lot of well, to earth, to fire, and water there for the asteroid goddesses. So that's what we've got in the ephemeris coming up. So let's start off today with one of these Whispers of the Ocean Oracle because of that water energy, and maybe 2 or 3 cards and see what wants to come out. There's the 1111 on the timer. I don't know if you've been seeing number synchronicities. The other day I saw 222, 333, 444, 1010, and some others. And I'm not one who really watches the clock. All right, let's see, what do we have? Well, let's shake them up a different way. I hope you guys are having a good day. So Sun and Moon both in Cancer at the new moon with Venus. So it can have a lot to do with relationships and finance and our relationship to ourselves, to our self-image, and how that impacts our ability to receive things on the material plane. Love and money, career, new moon focus. All right, we're just going to go there. They don't want to pop out today, so we'll take these from the back. Oh, interesting. So number 3, in the light of the moon, a full moon. This one is a new moon, but perhaps we're setting ourselves up now, planting some seeds for the full moon in 2 weeks. So in the light of the moon, a full moon can shine light on what you've been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. And number 49, be insightful and established. Beautiful. Lots of wisdom coming through. The business of community and connectivity here. And the beautiful wonders that everybody kind of shows up, like the brilliant colors people wear and the patterns of the world as we go around, even the cityscapes. I'm a country girl, if you couldn't tell, but even when I go into the city, sometimes there's a certain artistry to the clashing chaos in life. So use everything as creative inspiration instead of something that plays evidence to what's wrong. In the Tao, all things are sacred. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. So be here now. And then under the deck, we have 44, master number, unexplained wonder. What's that, a narwhal? Weird unicorn fish. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All of your prayers are answered now. At 14:14 on the timer when we said that. Interesting. So unexplained wonder. So yeah, just how the message was coming through about you being able to witness the beauty in the moment and to witness how divine your path is and the placement where you're at being divine for yourself. There's something coming to our awareness, perhaps that we can build upon or leverage somehow to bring about something by the time of the full moon in Capricorn. And I will say that we just had a full moon in Capricorn in late June, what, the 20th-ish, 25th? Anyways, on the 25th, I believe, of July, we have a second full moon in the sign of Capricorn. So although they're not in the same calendar month, two full moons in the same sign are their own kind of, just saw a feather, a white feather drifting down to the ground. That was beautiful and synchronistic. Two full moons in the sign of Capricorn are their own type, its own type of blue moon energy, where we get a second chance to rebalance, possibly. And full moon puts the sun opposite in Cancer, where it's at now, in time for the new moon. So yeah, this is a great time to rebalance family and self and emotions with ego, reputation, striving, efforting, the workplace, gaining the reputation or the earthly evidence of our value. Getting back into Cancer energy now is going to set us up for something more fulfilling later. So let's see. In the light of the moon, let's get something from the mixed shamanic deck here about the light of the moon. We'll take those. The Watchers, transpersonal. There's some type of evolution going on here where we have the, I want to say skin suit, if that's not yuck to you, the earthly level giving way to the light body. And this can happen through meditation, through dream states, whether you are practicing meditative or astral travel during your dream state. There's something about the transpersonal nature of this, your ability to tap into the Akashic memory, the collective memory, in order for your rebirth cycle, in order for you to transcend something and then there's another word. I'm hearing transported. That's not the one I'm trying to say. Not transmute either, but to shift states also, to change the self, like this energy coming online from the previous even life, previous lessons. Let's get one more for this energy here. So with Watchers too, it's like it can also be if you've had somebody close to you or somebody important to your journey that has graduated, I want to say, into spirit, literally has possibly been a death in your life, or it can be somebody having a spiritual awakening, the opposite of the dark night of the soul, some type of glorious epiphany energy lighting you up in some way. There are those in spirit watching your process and celebrating your transformation. That's the word, transformation. Good Lord. Under the deck, we have beloved, radical acceptance of the now, I want to say. So radically accepting who you are, what you are, the type of gifts and beauty that you bring into this world, and to recognize how the cosmos, the divine, is holding you within her embrace. And this saying, I can't remember the whole saying, but it was something about how the mother Gaia is not a resource, she is the source of life. So we have cosmic womb. And with this, with transpersonal, it's like you're being held in this gestation period so that you can transform into this light body. It's like the Mother Gaia is an incubator to hold us in a material presence until such time as we can transcend this earthly matrix into the next form. And somebody has graduated, and then we have deep diver diving into a task. So this is going to be quite illuminating for you, I believe, to make this connection. I did get a warning that I'm low on battery, and I'm also running low on time. So let's see, what does be insightful and established have to do? Yeah, before I move on, just that deep diver is in the light of the moon, and it looking at this deep diving into a task, it's like jumping light years forward and then being able to see the way forward by diving through the face of a portal, I want to say. Every evolution that we make, every time that we perceive of a new timeline and call it into our lives, embrace it, and say, yes, that's mine now, then we move forward with some type of expediency. And it's like we grab onto a new timeline and we just run with it by diving through the portal. Yes, that's beautiful. Okay, so be insightful and established. We'll take both of these. Stranger curiosity. So, yeah, we were talking about community with this card, the colorful nature and the way that we might be more sociable and engaged and curious about others. So there's this stranger curiosity coming online where maybe we're going to meet some new people, go to new group environments, like maybe a concert in the park or community building events, things like that, where you might engage with more resonance than normal. And perhaps, and again, with sitting by the edge of a water here, maybe going to the lake, going out in nature, taking a hike out to a lake. Yeah, something, and see his wings behind him. Maybe this is where this transformation occurs, is by the lakeside. And I wanted this one too here. The sun, basking in the sun. This individual looks like they're in the dark, so maybe you're getting out of the sun perhaps to have this quiet moment under the tree canopy. But yeah, taking in the sun and the shade and feeling the sensations on the skin. Like right now I'm feeling this breeze and it feels so divine. I often talk about the wind. It's the hardest thing maybe to draw in artistry, but it can be done. The Asian arts will often depict it with the branches of a tree, or people will show like the displaced grass blades blowing underneath the deck. I love that. Eyes of the eagle. Remember that Watcher's transpersonal energy? See the light codes all around this area here of this like monocle or this magnifying glass. It's as though these transpersonal energies are perhaps also the community watching you. So also, this is reminding me, I had an opportunity to take my plants to a show recently. So maybe you are also having some type of a way that you are either putting like your art on display or entering into some type of a contest, or somehow displaying some of your gifts or abilities out in the community. And individuals are perceiving you, and they're perceiving things through your work, whether it's written or artistry or your vibration, your energy, the resonance, the eye contact, whatever it might be. And also, around the eyes of this sun, do you see those blue lines? It's the same as the blue lines around this. So, and the blue of the pupils, like this energy and this vibration and static electricity even coming through the eyeballs, like the eye contact. And my daughter and I, from an early age, we would do that third eye stare, like, I see you, like not in judgment, but like I see you, and you have the potential to do even better, greater, faster, more, or whatever, by learning how to receive and how to perceive the beauty and the magnetism and majesty of your own beingness and what you've brought into this world. And the strangers are starting to see it. You're starting to gain that recognition, and rising above the fray is like people are seeing your gifts um, and seeing what does this mean about their process. It's like we can only be someone who expresses, and we can say one thing to a group of 2 to 5 people, and every single individual that is hearing those words can perceive a different message. They can apply it to something specific or general in their own world. And that's the way that this reading is meant to be done. Will o' the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So, yeah, there's something even within your shadow of your own self that can perhaps um, work. Yeah, the shadows, the sun in the shadows. There's a treasure, or even this stranger hidden in the shadows, this winged stranger that is having their transformation, or you having your transformation. And the shadows of your life are coming into the light to be integrated, to be leveraged. You know, what is it that creates the best art? But the pain and suffering and the contrast of life that becomes the beauty and the magical delights that others can really be compelled and have their own moving emotional experience by just watching and perceiving our own whale song resonating. That's what it's all about. It's about the beautiful waters here and our ability to go further than ever before to connect with individuals, even if they are locked into an expression of pain or panic or fear or anger. We can witness this without mirroring and matching the lower vibrational energies, and we can just hold space. Like, for instance, the thing that's coming to mind with that third eye stare is like the parent that's yelling at their kid. Well, we don't always see the whole story, and even if we can pretty much surmise that this individual, it would be great if they could do better by their kids, they're also locked in a process, and our judgment doesn't help them to escape that process. It only pushes them further down the hill that they are having a hard time coming up. So somehow there may be a way, just by connecting eyes, either with parent or child, or really advocating for some type of underdog or someone who really is being mistreated in this way. So there's a resonating, gentle healing energy coming forward where we're able to, even if we can't heal everybody in our world, maybe one starfish at a time, we can help individuals, but it's really through witnessing that and letting that process and that pain and that enlightenment and beauty of everything that is, and recognizing that those people are being activated with their own cycles of greatness through whatever contrast they're engaged in at whatever age, um, trusting the process and creating something beautiful for ourselves. This is under the deck. Dragonfly hovering around. So let's see if we can just get a couple out of this deck, the Dreams of Gaia deck. We'll take those. These are pretty deep, so we'll see what we can get. Yes, planting an acorn seed for the squirrel friend here. It's like when you plant your garden, the little animals will help you dig it all up. Expectations dashed. But if you plant many areas, then they'll get a few, and you can share your abundance. But seeds can be exponential. So whatever seeds we're dropping right now, and feeding and fertilizing through this process, are really coming forward. Ooh, this is a 6. It shows 2 individuals crossing swords, but the swords being down, their heads down. It's like some type of initiation process, but look at that individual in the background looks a little bit devilish to me, but a mix of devil and hierophant, but with the third eye illuminated. It's like the green man on fire to me. So it is the fire element. And then there's this drape here with those codes on it. It's as if to say, during the light of the moon, you gaining this recognition perhaps has something to do with your ability to settle disagreements or misunderstandings, or to resolve and assist others to drop their swords to a more humble perspective, to somehow get along. I'm not sure how that plays into your world. And this, I feel like, represents you. Please excuse my gardener's hands and nails. This looks like you, happy, aligned. The two jumping dolphins in the background is like this killer whale here. That energy that you're bringing out is like the downturned swords. It's like you're mediating or assisting people to understand something, or to move past something from their past, maybe. Oh, gorgeous inner child energy. That's the number 1 major arcana. And there's a hummingbird. We had a hummingbird visit our Saturn retrograde reading. They love that, the plants back there. This is, I think, your ability to connect with children. Like we were talking, when you're out and about in the community, whether they're happy children or those that are we could judge as having a negative experience, I think that we can plant seeds on their subconscious level that they may not even ever remember, but we are a piece of the magic that helps their soul along this now moment. Oh, look at this. Holding space for others. And I love that this energy right here is the sea goat. We were talking about Capricorn energies, and we're dead center right now, almost at the new moon. We will be dead center of the 2 Capricorn full moons, and Capricorn archetype is the sea goat. And then we've got dragon energy. This is year of the dragon. And then we've got a falcon energy in the background, reminding me of Isis, and the transitionary elements between earthly and the beyond, and our ability to help other individuals to connect with that timeless nature of their inner child, and their ability to even die well. So like birth doula, death doula, the transition between chapters of life. And ultimately this 13 of earth, with this goddess of earth energy, this ability to be fertility, informed fertility. So that's going to be all that we have time for today. I think that the main thing here that we're looking at is our ability to sustain and persevere, and to enlighten others just by being present.